Next time you're in Dollar Tree, head on over to their frame section and grab some of their new arch frames. They have 2 different sizes and I grabbed a bunch because I have some ideas that I'm going to share with you today. For this arch frame wall photo decor set, I am going to use 2 of the larger frames and 1 of the smaller frames. To start off, we're going to need to remove the back and set the glass off to the side. Now there are a bunch of different options at Dollar Tree in their little wall creation set, but I seen these and thought they would look extremely high-end, cut into pieces to create a set. I decided to take the lazy route here and just flip the pictures over that were inside the frames. You could absolutely cut down a piece of regular paper so you had a blank slate. And then I cut down the wall stickers to size to fit inside of these arch frames. You can actually get a lot out of these just cutting them up, and there are a ton of different designs that you can choose from doing it like this. Since the backing is transparent, you could even use different color paper or put a beautiful napkin back here so you have a nice design that you could see through the translucency. I thought this looked pretty amazing on its own. When I was happy with that, I just gingerly placed the glass back into the frames and then put the pieces completely together. I decided to sell these, hanging them on the wall. People you would never know, you spent under $2 for each one of these pieces. They are absolutely stunning. The wallpaper at Dollar Tree makes easy decor pieces, especially for frames. You can get a lot of DIYs out of these if you place your frames perfectly in certain sections. However, be mindful that your items you're trying to trace with work. Oh my God. How many pens is it gonna take? Just why does this happen to me when I'm just trying to trace something? All right, pencil, don't fail. You want to know what the worst part is, people? I didn't even throw them pens away. They went right back in my little craft hoard to the side. So in the next video, I'll probably be complaining about them too. Anyhow, once I got these traced down onto our wallpaper, I cut them to size and left them as they are. I didn't even take the sticker backing off. This way, if you want to easily switch them out, you don't have to worry about that. You can just replace them. For this frame decor piece, we're going to need one of these wire baskets, or if you see Dollar Tree's trash cans, they're a little bit bigger, grab those joints. And get yourself a floating frame. I always feel like these are such a great deal for $1.25. We're going to remove the glass from the frame and just put that over in our craft hoard because we're not going to need it. And then snip off the wire from our wire basket so we can create a faux chicken wire backgrounds here. And truth be told, get the trash can. There was not enough wire here to really cover the back of the frame. So once I had it down to this size, I had to snip it in half and then kind of overlap it. You'll see in the end reveal. I tried to measure it up as best as I can, but if you're anything like me long term, that would annoy me seeing that in the background. However, this idea is fire, so I rolled on with it because I gotta offer you all options. The tricky part to attaching this wire was figuring out what I could put inside the frames. And lucky me, I had some extra tumbling tower blocks and put 4 in here as a brace. And I've used this method before inside the frames, so I know it works well. And you can take 4 more and put them on top of the wire once you have them in place, and it will hold them down. If you want to paint them so this way they aren't a different color through the wire, you go right ahead. Make sure you're using some E6000 along with your hot glue or some Gorilla Glue gel, so this way you have an amazing hold. This shelf also has some little holes in the back, so this would also look amazing hung up on the wall, and you can make as many sets as you would like. As much as I love cutting down my own wood, I really appreciate the fact that Dollar Tree started carrying these large pieces of craft wood for $1.25, and I like to find different ways to use them. So I also picked up 2 of these wood hanging decor pieces and 2 of the Dollar Tree arched frames. For our tabletop decor piece, we could fill these holes in, but instead it actually fits perfectly removing them. So I decided to just snip off the ends and then take some white paint to paint all the pieces of wood so that way they match our frames. You could obviously paint this and the frames whatever color you would like. When I was all done painting these, I popped them off to the side so they could dry and then removed the pieces from the frames. I took the glass out because I'm not going to be using that. You can obviously keep it in yours. And then I also removed the little mechanism on the back. It popped off easily. You could absolutely paint this whatever color you would like. I decided for time's sake to just leave it as it is. Then I grabbed a stencil and a pouncer so we could just tappity tap 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 a little design on the sides. There are so many different ways that you could completely remix this idea to do what works best for you in your home. If you didn't want to use the actual backings, you could cut out cardboard or a piece of coaster board. I did not use any painter's tape to hold down the stencil for this because I was terrified it would rip up the piece of cardboard that it was there, so I just used my hands. Then I took some of the same paint, went over the frame just to make sure that everything matched well with the wood, with the stencil to the frames. People, a little tip I want to share with y'all is that you're going to need something a little extra to hold your plastic and your wood together, okay? So grab some Tight Bond Quick and Thick or your E6000 or Gorilla Glue gel and put it in the sections that make sense for your attachment. I made sure not to overlap mine so they don't cancel out, and look how perfect these frames fit right on this large piece of wood from Dollar Tree. It's perfect. It's like it was meant to be put together. I applied the same method to the sides, and you'll notice, yes, I didn't paint the backs of everything. Make sure you do if that bothers you. For the sake of time with the video, I wanted to just share the idea, and I might have skipped a few corners, okay? Give me some grace, my friends. But still, how beautiful did this piece turn out? And you can make it farmhouse, you can make it modern, you can make it industrial. So many different ways you can reuse this idea to fit your home decor. For this floral frame tabletop decor piece, you'll need one of these arch frames from Dollar Tree. And to remove the back of it, we're only going to be using the actual framed arch. And then pick a color. Any color. I'm going to be using DIY's Mermaid Tail. I've been loving this paint. And not just the paint, but this particular type of color. I've even been like using spray paints and just, I don't know why I'm loving this color right now. It took 2 coats to get it like this. Obviously use whatever color you would like. And then grab you a piece of floral foam and cut out a size to pull out of the floral foam so this way your frame fits in it. To attach the frame to the floral foam, I'm just using a little bit of tacky glue. You're going to want to let that dry so this way you can stick your floral pieces in here. I am florally challenged, but I must say I feel like the florals I put to go with this looked really, really pretty, and I love how simple this piece was and how it turned out. If you enjoyed these Dollar Tree DIYs, check out this video right here for more Dollar Tree inspiration. As always, people, thank y'all so much for hanging out with me today, and until next time.